Welcome to Chanel the latest. Several locations in Russia, including near Moscow, as well as Sevastopol on the Crimean Peninsula it has occupied since 2014 were reportedly hit by Ukrainian drone attacks Sunday and Monday. According to the Russian Defense Ministry, local government officials and various media accounts, a Ukrainian UJ-22 drone packed with explosives was found near Moscow, in what appears to be the closest discovery of a weaponized Ukrainian drone near Russia's capital. However, there was a discrepancy in reporting about exactly where it landed. In the Bogorodsky district, not far from the SNT Zarya, a fallen drone filled with explosives was found, TASS reported, citing a source. According to him, the aircraft was discovered the day before, it was broken in half. Currently, the drone was taken for examination, during which those who launched it and where it flew to will be established. A Ukrainian drone has been found outside Moscow, an official has said, adding that the discovery had forced local authorities to call off a Victory Day parade for security reasons, Al Jazeera reported, citing the Telegram channel of Igor Sukin, head of the Bogorodsky city district. However, the Telegram channels for Russian media outlets Baza and Mash reported that a drone matching the same description was discovered near the city of Nijinsk, about 31 miles east of Moscow. While it is unclear exactly where the drone was found, or if these were different drones, either location is closer to Moscow than the Ukrainian UJ-22 drone discovered in February about 70 miles from the capital. You can read more about that in our coverage here. In addition to the UJ-22 drone discoveries, there were also several recent attempted Ukrainian aerial drone incursions in Russia's Belgorod Oblast, just over the border, according to the Baz's Telegram channel. The oblast has been a frequent target of Ukrainian attacks. The Belgorod region was massively attacked by drones, Baza reported Monday on its Telegram channel. Only yesterday, 4 UAVs flew into the region. One of them, flying over the village of Mur, 500 meters from the border, was landed by means of electronic warfare. The second drone, seen on the outskirts of the village of Sarita, was also shot down. When it fell, the ammunition detonated and the drone exploded. In addition, a quadcopter was able to fly to the village of Murom, 4 kilometers inside the Russian border. There, an explosive device was dropped from him onto a communications tower. Another, unidentified aircraft type UAV could fly the farthest. It flew to a village in the Belgorod region, after which he fell and exploded. One person was injured, as well as a diesel transformer. The Russian Rybar Telegram channel, closely aligned with the Kremlin, offered 2 reasons for this apparent uptick in drone attacks inside Russia. At first glance, with such attacks, the armed forces of Ukraine seek to hit military installations or critical infrastructure facilities deep in the rear in order to reduce the morale of the population, Rybar said. However, they may have another, much more important goal: to force the Russian command to pull the air defense system from the front. Meanwhile, about 750 miles to the south, there was another uncrewed surface vessel USV attack on Sevastopol, home of Russia's Black Sea Fleet, on Monday, according to the Russian Defense Ministry, MOD, and Mikhail Razvazayev, the Crimean occupation governor. Today around 3:30 a.m. Moscow time, the Kyiv regime attempted to attack the Black Sea Fleet's base in the city of Sevastopol with 3 unmanned speedboats, according to the Russian MOD. Anti-submarine warfare forces destroyed all of the enemy's unmanned speedboats on the approach to Sevastopol Bay. There are no losses. The resulting explosion of the Ukrainian USV's shattered windows in 4 residential buildings, Razvazayev reported Monday on his Telegram channel. An important point, he added. The drone did not enter Strelitskaya Bay. Buildings, moorings and other structures were not destroyed. However, Andriy Ruzhenko, a Ukrainian naval expert, told the War Zone that at least one of the drone boats exploded inside the bay, where about 20 Russian vessels, including anti-submarine ships and minesweepers, were docked at the time. Until 6:20 a.m. local time, helicopters of the Russian Federation were patrolling over the bay, and the internal harbor of Sevastopol was closed for several hours in the morning, he added. though the mouth of the bay received added protection in the form of boom barriers after the massive sea and aerial drone attack on Sevastopol, which took place on October 29, 2022, OSINT trackers back up Rushenko's assertion that at least one of the drones made it inside the bay and suggest that contrary to what the Russians said, something may have been hit. Whether anything was hit remains unclear, however. We will update this story with any additional information we can uncover. While Ukraine seems to have continued its efforts to attack Russia inside its borders and in Crimea, the Washington Post on Monday reported that Ukraine at the last minute called off a large-scale effort to attack inside Russia on the anniversary of its all-out invasion. Major General Kirilo Budanov, head of the Defense Intelligence Directorate GUR, instructed one of his officers to get ready for mass strikes on the 24th of February, with everything that GUR had, the newspaper reported, citing a leaked classified report from the U.S. National Security Agency. But on February 22, the CIA circulated a new memo that the GUR had agreed, at Washington's request, to postpone strikes on Moscow while the veracity of these leaked documents, which contain intelligence snapshots from specific points in time, is hard to verify. One thing is clear. We have not heard the last about Ukrainian strikes inside Russia, as well as Crimea. Before we head into today's latest updates from Ukraine, the war zone readers can catch up on our previous rolling coverage here. Russian forces are using Iranian-made Shahed drones and other lower precision systems to strike Ukraine, the Institute for the Study of War (ISW) said in a recent assessment of the war in Ukraine. The Russian military, which recently targeted Ukraine's capital city Kyiv with the deadly drones for the first time in 25 days on Friday, is using the drones to offset the degradation of Russia's precision munition supply, the ISW said in the report. The Kyiv City Military Administration reported no damage from the attacks. Ukraine's military shot down 21 drones out of the 26 launched by Russia's military on April 20, and shot down 8 of the 12 drones launched the following day, the Ukrainian General Staff reported. Russia has also targeted Odessa, Poltava, Vinnytsia, Dnipropetrovsk, Zaporizhia, Kharkiv, and Chernihiv oblasts in the attacks, which took place from April 19 to 21, the ISW reported. The Shahed drone is also known as a kamikaze drone as it has a warhead packed with explosives on its nose, for the BBC, meaning it will detonate on impact. Iran is becoming a global leader in the production of deadly and effective drones, The Guardian reported in February, despite the country previously denying involvement in Ukraine.